Imagine getting hooked on a new game only to realize the real challenge isn't defeating the final boss. It's resisting the urge to spend on in-game purchases. Believe it or not, some gamers have shelled out more on microtransactions than their rent. Today, we're exposing the top 5 gaming studios that have perfected the art of microtransactions. By the end of this video, you'll see just how deep the rabbit hole goes and how it impacts your gaming experience. Trust me, you won't want to miss a second of this. Starting off at number 5, we have Ubisoft. Known for franchises like Assassin's Creed and Rainbow Six, Ubisoft has embraced microtransactions, particularly in their open-world games. Ubisoft's microtransactions often focus on cosmetics and time-saving items. In Assassin's Creed Valhalla, for example, character packs can cost up to 2,000 Helix credits, which include complete sets of characters, animals, and armor. These items are locked behind a paywall and cannot be earned through grinding or in-game achievements. So, spending 2,000 Helix credits could cost around $20 USD or $27 CAD. It's like discovering that the treasure chest at the end of the dungeon is actually your wallet. Surprise, motherfucker! It's empty! Ubisoft has shown that microtransactions can be integrated into both single-player and multiplayer experiences. Their approach has highlighted the potential for microtransactions to enhance player choice and customization, while also sparking debates about pay-to-progress mechanics in full-priced games. Financially, Ubisoft's earnings from microtransactions have even surpassed digital game sales, indicating a significant shift in their revenue model.
Holy fuck!
At number 4, we have Take-Two Interactive, the parent company of Rockstar Games and 2K Games. This heavyweight in the microtransaction arena has found numerous ways to keep players spending, from Grand Theft Auto Online to NBA 2K. In GTA Online, microtransactions allow players to purchase in-game currency, which can be used to buy everything from cars to weapons. While it can enhance the experience, it also creates a disparity between players who spend and those who don't. Meanwhile, NBA 2K's virtual currency system has been criticized for turning the game into a grind fest, unless you're willing to shell out extra cash. Additionally, 2K Games has faced a class action lawsuit accusing them of unfair business practices related to these microtransactions. The lawsuit highlights how the VC, purchased with real money, disappears once the server is shut down, leaving players with nothing to show for their purchases. It's like investing in a fancy virtual mansion, only to have it vanish into thin air when the servers go down. And as if that wasn't enough, the suit also points out that earning VC through gameplay is about as fun as watching paint dry on your virtual mansion's non-existent walls. Take-Two's success with microtransactions has pushed the industry towards more monetization of online components. They've shown that players are willing to pay for convenience and status, but they've also faced criticism for aggressive monetization strategies, influencing the ongoing debate about what's fair and ethical. Coming in at number 3, Epic Games, the creators of Fortnite, have taken microtransactions to the next level with their Battle Royale sensation. Their model of free-to-play with a heavy emphasis on cosmetics has become a template for many others. Fortnite's microtransactions are purely cosmetic, meaning players can't buy their way to victory. However, the pressure to keep up with the latest skins and emotes can be intense. Ever feel like you're the only one at the dance party without a cool outfit? That's Fortnite in a nutshell. It's like showing up to a fancy dress party in your pajamas. Sure, you can join the fun, but you might feel a bit out of place. Epic Games' success with Fortnite has shown that a game can be wildly profitable without compromising gameplay balance. Their Battle Pass system, which rewards players for progression rather than random chance, has been adopted by many other games, setting a new standard for fairer microtransaction practices. In the runner-up spot, we have Activision Blizzard. This behemoth has successfully incorporated microtransactions into beloved franchises like Call of Duty and Overwatch. But it's in Overwatch 2 where their greed has truly shown through. Microtransactions in Call of Duty range from cosmetic items to game-altering weapons, kicking off heated discussions on what's fair in game. For example, players can purchase weapon blueprints that offer unique attachments and designs, sometimes giving a slight edge in gameplay. The introduction of the Battle Pass in Call of Duty has locked much of the desirable content behind paywalls, pushing players to spend more to access exclusive skins, weapons, and other items. This system has drawn criticism for creating an uneven playing field, where those who spend more money can potentially gain advantages over those who don't. However, Overwatch 2 has taken this to an entirely new and infuriating level. The transition from the original game to Overwatch 2 marked a shift from a relatively fair loot box system to a downright predatory microtransaction model. The biggest slap in the face to players is the exorbitant cost of cosmetic items. Legendary skins in Overwatch 2 can cost upwards of $20 each. Oh, and you know what? You want a skin bundle that is 15% off? Take a look at this. This one is 3,200 Overwatch coins right now. It just don't make much of a difference, because you still have to purchase way more coins than necessary to get it, 7,500 in that case. It also applies to many other items where you always have to spend a ridiculous amount to get just one tiny piece of the pie. To put this in perspective, if a new player wanted to obtain all the legendary skins that were available in the first game, it can cost close to $6,000. This is not just an inconvenience, it's an outright financial exploitation of dedicated fans who want to enjoy the full spectrum of cosmetic content. The introduction of the Battle Pass system only makes matters worse. Unlike the loot box system in the original Overwatch, where players could earn skins through gameplay, the Battle Pass in Overwatch 2 locks the most desirable rewards behind a paywall. Even if you manage to grind through the free tiers, the best items are reserved for those willing to cough up real cash. This isn't just frustrating. It's a clear message from Blizzard that your loyalty and time are worth less than your money. What makes this even more egregious is the fact that Blizzard shut down the original Overwatch, forcing players into the new, more exploitative system. This move has been met with widespread outrage, as it effectively invalidates the purchases and progress players made in the first game. Overwatch 2's reception on Steam was overwhelmingly negative, with players lambasting Blizzard for its greedy practices and lack of respect for the community. To add insult to injury, Blizzard has introduced paid PvE missions, a feature that many believed would be part of the core game. Charging $15 for access to story content that should arguably be included is just another way Blizzard is squeezing every last cent out of its player base. It's like they're saying, remember when games came complete at launch? Neither do we. Activision Blizzard's approach with Overwatch 2 has set a dangerous precedent for the industry. By normalizing such aggressive monetization tactics, they are encouraging other developers to adopt similar models, further eroding the line between fair monetization and exploitation. This has driven an industry-wide debate about the ethics of microtransactions, with many players calling for greater transparency and fairness in how games are monetized. Blizzard's actions have shown that there is a delicate balance between monetization and maintaining player trust, and with Overwatch 2, they've tipped the scales firmly towards greed. The backlash from the community is a clear signal that players are fed up with being treated like walking wallets. EA, the studio that turned microtransactions into a fine art. From FIFA to Madden, their sports titles are packed with ways to spend your hard-earned cash on packs, boosts, and cosmetics. Playing FIFA without spending extra can feel like trying to play soccer with the beach ball. The pay-to-win mechanics can make it seem like skill takes a backseat to who can spend the most. On the flip side, EA's Ultimate Team modes have created a community of collectors and traders, making the experience more immersive for some. However, there have been significant concerns about promoting gambling-like behavior, especially among younger players. Imagine paying for a star player only to end up with someone who should be in the stands eating popcorn. EA's success with microtransactions has set a precedent, encouraging other studios to adopt similar models. This shift from one-time purchases to ongoing revenue streams has changed how games are developed and monetized, emphasizing continuous engagement over initial sales. Microtransactions are not just a passing trend, they are shaping the future of gaming. With the industry continually evolving, developers are finding new ways to integrate microtransactions seamlessly into gameplay. But the question remains, how far can they push this model before players push back? We're seeing an increasing call for transparency and fairness, with some regions even introducing regulations to curb the most egregious practices. For gamers, this means staying informed and vocal about what we find acceptable. Whether it's cosmetic upgrades, pay-to-win mechanics, or time-saving boosts, our spending habits will ultimately shape the industry's direction. So, next time you're tempted to splurge on that shiny new skin, remember, you're not just buying an item. You're casting a vote on the future of gaming. Before you go, let us know in the comments on which game did you spend the most. Stay tuned for more deep dives into the gaming world, and remember, in the end, it's like buying popcorn at the movies. Just when you thought you were only in for a thrill, your wallet's already crying at the counter.